All right, number 18. If angle 1 and angle 2 are a linear pair, that means they make a straight line, just like this. That guy and that guy, that's who we have. I do know those are going to add up to 180. Angle 1 plus angle 2 have to add up to 180, because if you're a linear pair, you will be supplementary. It says, hey, angle 1 is 70. Who's the angle 2? Well, if you subtract 70 from both sides, or you can just see angle 2's got to be 110 degrees. That should be very much a gimme question. That should have been very easy. 19, think about a square whose side length is 15. What is the length of the diagonal? So I'm going to draw it right here. I got a square whose sides are 15. What is the length of that diagonal? Just a right triangle here. So I'm going to use the Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. I have 15, so I have 15 squared. The other leg is 15. That equals c squared. Okay, so I need to do 15 times 15. 15 times 15 is 225. I know that. 15 times 15, 225. And now I'll put it together. That's 450. I need the answer is not 450. Don't make that mistake. I need c. I don't need c squared. So I'm going to take the square root of both. I happen to know 21 times 21 is 441. So it's pretty close to 21. So it's 21 point something. Should come out about 21.2, I believe. 21.2. So I take the square root of 450 and get rounded to the nearest tenth. We get 21.2. Distance between points. So I have a point and another point. How am I going to find the distance? I'm going to use the Pythagorean theorem. This length is always the change in your x values. It's because how far you went over will just be the difference of your x's. This from here to here will simply be the change in your y's. And we know the Pythagorean theorem says the one leg squared plus the other leg squared will equal the c squared. So we know the distance formula is the change in my x value squared plus the change in my y value squared. It's simply this guy, that guy. Change in x's squared plus the change in your y squared will give you the c squared. And then to get c, we just take the square root. So let's change of x's. -3 to 0. How far apart are -3 and 0? They're 3 apart. Okay. If you put a negative on it, you just got to make sure you put parentheses. Notice if I square a negative, I'm going to get a positive 9 there. If I square 3, I'm going to get a positive 9. In here, you don't ever have to worry about negatives because we're talking distance, so you don't need to really worry. Difference between 10 and 14 is 4, so plus 4 squared. So I get 9 plus 16. Oh, this is going to be pretty because it's going to be square root of 25. The answer is 5 for that. True or false? Vertical angles add together to a sum of 1,000 degrees. No, false. I don't think anybody missed this question. False. Vertical angles are equal. There's no name for something that adds up to 1,000. If x is the midpoint of AB, line segment AB. So here we have line segment. Let's see what we have. Line segment AB, x is in the dead middle. X is 3, 4. Okay, it gives me the middle point, and it says A is at 1, 6, and it says, hey, find me where B is. So we know we went the same distance. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go, hey, 1 to 3, I went what? Up by 2, so I need to go up by 2 again. 3 plus 2, the x value would be 5 there. 6 to 4, what'd you do? You went down 2, so you need to go down 2 again, and 4 down 2 would be at 2. That's how we do those problems.